There are 55 students in Spanish club. A sample of the Spanish club students was selected at random and asked whether they intend to enroll in a new study program. Of those surveyed, 20% responded that they intend to enroll in the study program. Based on the survey, which of the following is the best estimation of the total number of Spanish club students who intend to enroll? So what we are going to do is multiplying the percentage given by the total number of students. So we will multiply 55 by 0.2, which is equal to 11. So the answer is choice A. Question number 2. Jay walks at a speed of 3 miles per hour and runs at a speed of 5 miles. He walks for W hours and runs for R hours, combined total of 14 miles. Which equation represents this situation? So the speed while he was walking is 3, so 3 will be the coefficient of W. And the speed while he was running is 5, so 5 will be the coefficient of R, and that will be equal to 14. So the answer for this question is choice A. Question number 3. The scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables, x and y. A line of best fit is also shown. Which of the following equations represents the line of the best fit shown? So first let's have a look on the y-intercept. As you can see, the y-intercept is a positive value, therefore we can cancel both choice C and D because they have a y-intercept which is negative. Next, let's analyze the slope. You should notice that the slope is going up. The line is going up, therefore the slope is a positive value. So we can cancel out choice B because it have a negative slope, and we will be left with choice A. Therefore, it's our correct answer. Question number 4. The graph of y equal f of x is shown in the xy plane. What is the value of f of 0? So here we should find the value of y when x is equal to 0. So let's find where does x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 at this point here. This point is equal to 3. This point is equal to 0 and 3. The value of the x is 0 and the value of y is equal to 3. So the value of y when x is equal to 0 is 3. So the answer is choice D. Question number 5. Which expression is equivalent to this one here, where m, q, and z are positive? What we are going to do is multiplying like terms. So first we will multiply the values of m. So m to the power of 4 multiply m is equal to m to the power of 5. When we have exponents and then we multiply, the exponents will add up. Here we have an m to the power of 4, so the exponent is equal to 4, and m only is the same as m to the power of 1. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So now we have an m to the power of 5. The second term is q. We'll multiply values of q, so we'll have a q to the power of 4 multiply q to the power of 5. So we will have q, and then we will add up the exponents, so we'll have 9 in the exponent. So the next term will be q to the power of 9. Now what about z? For z, we have a z to the power of -1 multiply a z to the power of 3. We will add the exponents, so we will have a z to the power of 2, because -1 plus 3 is equal to 2. So the third value will be z to the power of 2. And this is the same as choice number B. So B is the correct answer for this question. In this question we are asked to find the median. So we are going to cancel out 73 by 91 and 74 with 85, 75 with 84, and 77 with 82, and we will be left with 79, which is a number that's right in the middle when the data set is ordered from the lowest to the greatest. Question number 7. What value of x is a solution of the given equation? So here we are going to solve for x, and we can do that by subtracting 40 on both sides. So x will equal to 95 minus 40. 95 minus 40 is equal to 45. So the answer is 45. Question number 8. The solution to the given system of equation is x and y. What is the value of x plus y? So instead of solving for x and then substituting in the next equation, we can add them up. If we added these two equations, we will have 5x plus negative 4x, which is equal to x. And then 0 plus y is equal to y. And then 15 plus negative 2 is equal to 30. So the answer is choice C. Question number 9. The given function g models the number of gallons of gasoline that remains from a full gas tank in a car after driving m miles. According to the model, about how many gallons of gasoline are used to drive each mile? So here, he wants us to find the slope. And the slope is the coefficient of m, because m here corresponds to the value of x. And we know that the coefficient of x in a linear function is equal to the slope. So the slope is equal to 0.05 or negative 0.05. Anyway, the answer for this question will be choice A, because that represents the slope of this linear function. Question number 10. The given equation relates the positive numbers b, x, and y. Which equation correctly expresses x in terms of p and y? So here, we need to solve for x. And in order to do that, we will multiply by y. So we will have y multiply 1 over 7b in one side and 11x in the other side. Y multiply 1 over 7b is the same as y over 7b, and that's equal to 11x. Next step will be dividing by 11. Dividing by 11 is the same as multiplying by 1 over 11. So y multiply 1 is equal to y, and 7b multiply 11 is 77b, and that's equal to x. So x is equal to y over 77b, which is choice C. Question number 11. The graphs of the given equations in the xy plane intersects at the point x and y. What is the possible value for x? So we are going to substitute the value of y into the second equation. So we will have 76 equal to x power 2 plus 5. Solving for x, we will have 81, because we added 5 both sides, is equal to x power 2. And that means that x could be equal to 9 or negative 9, because we can take the square root of 81, which is equal to 9. However, if we have negative 9 and we plugged it in here, we will get the same value, which is 81. Negative 9 to the power of 2 is the same as negative 9 multiply negative 9, which is equal to 81, because the negative signs will cancel out when we multiply them by each other. So the answer for this question is choice B. Question number 12. The point x in 53 is a solution to the system of inequalities in the xy plane. Which of the following could be the value of x? So here we are going to plug in this value into the second equation given. This value is the value of y. So we will substitute 53 by y. So we will have 4x plus 53 is less than 18. Next step will be subtracting 53 from both sides. So we will have 18 minus 53. 18 minus 53 is equal to negative 35. So we will have negative 35 in one side and a 4x in the other side. Next step will be dividing by 4. So if we divided that by 4, we will have x should be a number that's less than negative 8.75. Now let's have a look on the choices given. What is the only choice that have a value of x that's less than negative 8.75? It's only negative 9. So the answer is choice A. Negative 9 is less than negative 8.75. Therefore, choice A is a correct answer. Question number 13. Out of 300 seeds that were planted, 80% sprouted. How many of these seeds sprouted? So we are going to multiply 300 by the percentage. So 300 multiply 0.8 is equal to 240. So 240 is the answer for this question. Question number 14. The function f is defined by f of x equal to 4x. For what value of x does f of x equal to 8? So we are going to substitute the value of f of x by 8. So we will have an 8 equal to 4x. Next step will be solving for x by dividing by 4. So x will equal to 8 over 4, which is the same as 2. So the answer is equal to 2. Question number 15. Which expression is equivalent to this one here? So before you take any step by multiplying the numerator expressions, first let's have a look on the denominator. As you can see, we can take a common factor of 2 out of the denominator. So if we take a common factor of 2 out of the denominator, we will be left with 2 multiply x minus 7. And as you can see, we have 7 minus x minus 7 in each expression in the numerator, and x minus 7 in the denominator as well. So this function could be divided by x minus 7. So dividing, let's rewrite this function again. So now we have an 8x multiply x minus 7 minus 3 multiply x minus 7 over 2 multiply x minus 7. As I said, this function could be divided by x minus 7. And by doing that, we'll cancel out all the expressions of x minus 7 in this function. So we will be left with 8x minus 3 over 2. So the answer is choice B. Question number 16. Line B is defined by 2y plus 18x equal 9. Line R is perpendicular to line B. What is the slope of line R? So to find the slope of line R, we should first find the slope of line B. And we can do that by solving for y. So let's write the equation of line P again here. And then solve for y by subtracting 18x. So we will have 2y equal to negative 18x plus 9. Next step will be dividing by 2. So y will equal to negative 9x plus 4.5. And that's the equation of line P. Now, what is the slope of line P? The slope of line P is the coefficient of x, which is negative 9. The slope of the perpendicular line will be the negative reciprocal of the slope of the given line. So the slope of line R is the negative reciprocal of line P. And we know that line P have a slope of negative 9. Negative reciprocal of negative 9 is the same as 1 over 9. So the answer for this question is 1 over 9, which is choice C. Question number 17. The given function f models the number of coupons a company sent to their customers at the end of each year, where t represents the number of years since the end of 1998, and the value of t is greater than 0 but less than 5. If y is equal to f of t is graphed in the ty plane, which of the following is the best interpretation of the y-intercept of the graph in this context? So first, let's know the value of the y-intercept. The value of the y-intercept is in this function could be known by plugging in the value of t equal to 0 into the function here. So we will have an 8 thousandths multiplied 0.65 to the power of 0. 0.65 to the power of 0 is equal to 1, and 1 multiply 8 thousandths is equal to 8 thousandths. So the y-intercept, the value of y in the y-intercept point is equal to 8 thousandths. And we should know the year that we first started from. And this year is given here as 1998. So at 1998, the estimated number of coupons sent to customers by the company was equal to 8,000. And that's the same as choice D here. The estimated number of coupons the company sent to their customers at the end of 1998 was 8,000. Question number 18. The triangle XYZ is similar to the triangle RST, and XYZ corresponds to R, S, and T respectively. The measure of angle Z is equal to 20 degrees, and 2XY, which is the side XY, is equal to RS, which is the side RS in the second triangle. What is the measure of angle T in the second triangle here? So whenever he tells you that two triangles are similar and he asks you about the measure of one angle of these two triangles, do not care about the sides. It's not worthy information. So we know that angle Z is equal to 20 degrees, and we know that Z corresponds to T. That means that angle Z is equal to angle T in case the triangles are similar, which is the case here. So angle T is equal to 20 degrees. So the answer for this question is choice C. Question number 19. One of the equations in the system of two linear equations is given. The system has no solution. Which equation could be the second equation in the system? So when a system of equations do not have a solution, that means that the two lines are parallel to each other. So let's say that's the xy plane, and that's the first equation here, which is this one. The second equation should be parallel to this equation. That means it could be a line here or there. In order for the two lines to be parallel, they should have the same slope. So we are searching for linear equations that have a slope that's equal to 6. But they do not have the same y-intercept. So we cannot choose an equation that have a y-intercept equal to 18. Because if we choose an equation that have a y-intercept equal to 18 and a slope equal to 6, we will have two similar linear equations. And in this case, we will have infinitely many solutions. So let's have a look on the choices. First, let's cancel out choices that have a y-intercept equal to 18, which is choice D and choice A. Now, which of these two choices left have a slope equal to 6? It is choice B. If we moved negative 6x to the other side, we will have a y equal to positive 6x plus 22. We have a similar slope, which is 6, and a different y-intercept, which is 22. So answer B is a correct answer. Question number 20. What is the area in square centimeters of a rectangle with a length of 34 centimeters and a width of 29 centimeters? So the area of a rectangle is equal to the length multiplies the width. So we will have 34 multiply 29. 34 multiply 29 is equal to 986. So the answer for this question is 986. Question number 21. The solution to the given system of equations is x and y. What is the value of x minus y? So here, I think the best way is substituting the value of y into the second equation given. So we will have a 4 multiply 4x plus 1 is equal to 15x minus 8. And then we'll multiply 4 with what's inside the brackets. So we will have a 16x plus 4, and that's equal to 15x minus 8. Next we'll be solving for x. We can subtract 15x from both sides, so we will have x plus 4 equal to negative 8. Subtracting 4, we will have a value of x that's equal to negative 12. Now what about the value of y? We can find the value of y by plugging in the value of x we just found into the first equation given. So we will have a y equal to 4 multiply the value of x, which is negative 12, plus 1. 4 multiply negative 12 is equal to negative 48, plus 1 is equal to negative 47. So y is equal to negative 47. Now we can plug in the values of x and y to find the values of x minus y. So x minus y is the same as negative 12 minus negative 47. Negative minus negative is the same as positive. So we will have a negative 12 plus 47. So 47 minus 12 is equal to 35. So the answer for this question is 35. Question number 22. How many distinct real solutions does a given equation have? So the equation given is a quadratic formula. And in order to know how many real solutions does this quadratic formula have, or how many times does this quadratic formula intersects with the x-axis, we can use a discriminant rule, which is b power 2 minus 4 multiply a multiply c. If the value of this expression here is less than 0, we will have no solution or 0 real solutions. If it is equal to 0, we'll have only one solution, and if it is greater than 0, we will have two solutions. So now let's plug in the values of b, a, and c into the expression here and find out how many number of solutions we have. So first, the value of b. The value of b is a coefficient of x, which is equal to 10. So 10 power 2 minus 4 multiply a, which is a coefficient of x power 2, which is 5, multiply c, which is equal to 16. So 10 to the power of 2 is equal to 100, and 4 multiply 5 is equal to 20. And 20 multiply 16 is indeed greater than 100. So the sum of this value here for sure will be a number that is negative, and a negative number is less than 0. If we have a value that's less than 0 out of this discriminant, we will have no solutions. So the answer for this question is choice D. We will have no real solution for this quadratic equation. Question number 23. A certain park has an area of 11,800,000 square yards. What is the area in square miles of this park? And you are given the rate from 1 mile to yards. So we know that 1 mile is equal to 1,760 yards. And we need to know the number of miles that will have 11,800,000 yards squared. So before we cross multiply, you should notice that this value here is for the area, and it's represented in yards squared. Therefore, the x values will be represented in miles squared as well. But the conversion rate given here, which is 1 mile equal to 1,760 yards, is not in miles squared or yards squared. It is only in miles and yards. So we need power 2 in each side. Next step will be cross multiplying. We will cross multiply this one here and cross multiply x by the number of yards in the conversion rate. So So we will have 1760 x, 1760 power 2 multiply x equal to 11,800,063 and 808. So x, let me write it up here, x will equal to 11,863,808 divided by 1760 to the power of 2, and that will equal to 383 over 100, which is the same as 3.83. So the answer for this question is choice B. Question number 24. Which of the following equations represents a circle in the xy plane that intersects the y-axis at exactly one point? So here we are given 4 circle equations, and we're asked to find the circle that intersects the x-axis and the y-axis at exactly one point. So let's draw an xy plane. Let me redraw that. That's an xy plane, that's a y-axis, and that's the x-axis. So the circle we are searching for should be intersecting the y-axis at exactly one point. So the circle could be something like that, or like this. Sorry. Like that, or it could be here or there. So as you can notice, it does not matter the y value of the center of that circle. It does not matter whether it's a positive or a negative, okay? But what really matters is the x values. We need the center of the circle to be away from the y-intercept by the same values of the radius of the circle. Because if that one here, let's say if this, let's get that circle, if let's say this center here is equal to 4, okay, and 5 for example, and it intersects the y-axis at this exact point here. So in order for this circle to intersect the y-axis at exactly one point, we need the center to be away from that point of intersection exactly 4 points. Okay, so it will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the radius of this circle should be equal to 4. Now let's have a look at our equations. As you can see, all the radius of the 4 circles given is equal to 4. We know that the equation of the circle x minus h to the power of 2 plus y minus k to the power of 2 is equal to r power 2, where r is equal to the radius. So 16 is equal to r power 2. Solving for r, we have a value of r that's equal to 4. So the radius is equal to 4. Let me clear up some space. Now we are looking for an h value that's the same as the radius value, as I showed you above. So the x value that's same as the radius value is equal to 4. So the value of h is equal to 4 as well. It is the x coordinate of the center of the circle. So now let's check which answer choice has an h that's equal to 4. It will turn out to be choice C. Choice A have a center that's equal to 8, same with choice B, and choice D have a center that's equal to 0. So choice C is the correct answer for this question.